Hello, everyone, and welcome to our science lesson. So this is going to be our first video lesson in our second lesson of science. So this lesson is called How Are Plants and Animals Like Their Parents? So we're going to find out all about similarities and differences between plants and animals and their parents. All right, so just like in math, we're going to pause this video and we're going to grab three things. You're going to grab your interactive student notebook. This is our science book in your science folder, a pencil, and an eraser. Once you have all three things, you may come back and we'll begin our video. Also, just like in math, you're just going to listen at the beginning and participate. You don't need to use your book just yet. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to look at my slide I have. We are going to look at this picture and we're going to answer three different questions on it. All right, so our first one says right over here, what do you see in this picture? Well, if I look at it, I see an adult bird that is standing in a nest, and there are some baby birds in the nest. Now we're going to describe the adult bird and describe the baby bird. So we're going to look at for some similarities and some differences. So if I look at the adult bird, I'm going to first look at his color. So I see that the bird has orange and black feathers, a yellow beak, black eyes, and it's pretty big. Let's look at the baby birds now. They also have those yellow beaks and those black eyes, but they're a lot smaller than the adult bird, right? And they have fuzz on the top of their head. They don't have feathers yet. So that's exactly what that one says. And the last question, what will the baby birds look like when they grow up? Well, I'm assuming that the baby birds will look exactly like the big bird, but they will have some differences. So they won't look the exact same, but they will look just like the parents. All right, let's move on. So still, you're just participating right now. And we're gonna look at this video. I'm gonna play it in a second. There's no sound, but we're just gonna watch a video. And it says right here, ducklings look like a tinier version of their parents. So you can see the mom duck right here and her little ducklings. And they look alike, but you can tell right from looking at them, there are some differences, right? So let's play this video. There's not much sound, but we're gonna watch. All right. Look at how cute. All right, so we got to see how the mom and the little ducklings work. So the second thing we're gonna do now is I'm going to take us to our flashcards. So these flashcards are going to be helpful because there are some vocab words in our science lessons, and we want to make sure we know exactly what they mean. So in lesson 2, we're really going to focus on the word offspring. Can everyone say offspring? You're probably wondering, what in the world does offspring mean? Well, I'll show you right now. Offsprings. Offspring are new living things. A lion cub is the offspring of lion parents. So an offspring you can think about as like a baby. So I am an offspring of my mom and my dad when I was a baby. Offsprings are new living things. So you can think about babies. And you see how the cubs are the babies? They're the offsprings of the lion parents. All right, very good. All right, the last thing we're going to do before we get out of our book is we're going to think about some questions. So we are looking at this picture. It seems like a nice family. We see a dog, 2 kids, grandma and grandpa, and parents. Let's look at these parents right here. Who would be the offspring of the parents? Remember, offspring are the new living things, the babies. They might not be babies now, but who were the offsprings of the parents? I would think the daughter and the son. Now, ready for this one? Who would the offsprings be of the grandmom and grandpa? Well, either the mom or the dad, whoever is related. All right. But we're going to think about something. Remember I said that there are some similarities and differences? We can look at this picture and say, how do you look similar to your mom or dad? How do you look different? Because you notice they don't all look the same. They don't look like the same person over and over again. There's some differences. And we just watched that. All right, so now after you watch this video, if you want, you can go find a family photo and you can look for smaller versions of older family members. You might see some similarities or some differences. All right, so now I would like you to open up your notebook to page 9. So you can pause this video and you can open up to page 9, and we're actually going to do this together. So we are going to write our question right here. So in your booklet, you should open up and it should look just like mine with the ducklings and the picture that we just saw. And do you notice that there's a few lines to write? It says, I wonder. As we begin this lesson, I want you to think about a wonder you might have. What wonder do you might have right now? If you don't have one, I'm going to come up with one for us so you can just copy mine. One thing that I want to learn from this video is, why do offsprings look similar to their parents? So my question is, why do offspring, meaning the baby, look similar, meaning alike, to their parents? So again, you can just copy mine. Make sure you write this whole sentence on these lines right here in your own text. If you don't want to write that one, you could also write, I have another one. You could pick one. Do offspring always look like their parents? So friends, if you want, you can absolutely pick one of those questions and write it in your textbook on page 9. Once you finish that, guess what? That's the end of this lesson. So we are all done. All right, I'll see you guys on our next video. Bye.